G'day everyone, welcome back to the North Melbourne career mode. So round 12 we had the bye. I accidentally skipped over the week, so all these teams have already played the extra game. But we are going to be going through a look at the stats. We're just going to be making this quick because I am still going to get a game in this episode, I reckon, because this shouldn't take too long. So we'll start off with the ladder. As you can see, we sit 6th, but GWS won in our bye week, which means we were 5th. So hopefully that means we can not even just make a run for finals, hopefully maybe make a run for a cheeky little top 4 spot. Adelaide on top with a 4 in a row. They've just jumped Hawthorn, who lost last week. And then down the other end, we've got Geelong in 14th, West Coast 15th, Port, Richmond, Melbourne to finish it off. And then you can see these middle parts here. Over at the VFL, we've fallen to 16th. We were 3 wins, 2 losses, but we've lost 3 in a row now, so we've fallen to 16th. But our next 3 are against Werribee, Port Melbourne, and Carlton. So hopefully we might be able to change some form and get back to winning ways. I think we were, maybe not top 8, but we were in that top 10, I reckon, when we were about 3-2. So pretty handy. We'll go over to the stats now. As you can see, Nick Larkey is leading the goals just by 1. Having playing half the amount of games as Ben King and Hayden McLean, but Eddie Ford is also around there fighting for it. He's, just sneaky, staying sneaky, but he's giving himself a chance. Disposals, you've got Cal Mills up there with 232, Newcomb 219, Steele and Took 216 each, so they're all doing pretty well. Yeah, I mean, Hawthorn have 2 in the top 5, so no surprise that they are right up there. We'll go have a look at marks later on. Tackles, Harry Perriman leads with 41. Over the next best, 35, Cam Guthrie. Then Petrarca, Newcomb, Liberatore on 33. Liberatore is a tackling beast in this game. He is always getting tackles. Clearances, John Newcomb is leading that as well over Hewitt and Langford. We are nowhere to be seen in this one, so that's a shame. Hitouts, Jerry second by 1, but Samson Ryan has played that extra game. No surprises there. Inside 50s with Petrarca, Smith, Laddams, that is interesting. Rebound 50s, Sinclair, McCluggage, Laird. Possessions, I'm just going to rush through the rest now because then we'll go through like North. Contested possessions, Mills, Nash, Rowbottom, Marks. Charlie Comben is first, followed by Cam Zohar and McDonald in 4th, and then we got a couple more a little bit further down. Contested marks, I mean, have a look at that. Comben, Zohar, first and second way ahead, then Lafau, and then what's that, like 8 North players. King, and then we got Core, and then we've also got Luke McDonald a bit further down. Intercept marks, as you can expect, Comben and Zohar right up there. Aiden Core not too far behind. And score assists, Luke Parker is in and around it. Matt Crouch leads with 14, but Luke Parker's got 10, so he's not too far off. Now we'll head over to North, and we can have a bit more in-depth look at our players. Simpkins leading out, I suppose, with 101. No surprises there. Yeah, he's been very good to start this season. Tackles, LDU's got 10. Who was leading our clearances? LDU as well. That is, I wasn't expecting that. Now let's jump over to this one. And we've got inside 50s. No surprise, Luke Davis-Uniacke's leading that as well. But he's also leading our clangers because of that. Rebound 50s, Comben's had 20. That's, expected. And then I don't really think we need to go into this one because all the ones you want to see, we're pretty much all up there anyway. So maybe score assists. Luke Parker, we said that. Alrighty, so now we might actually have a look and jump into a game here. Alright, so that was only 4.5 minutes, which is roughly what I was aiming for because I didn't want it to go too long. So that gives us time to jump in to this game here. Hands Oval. Oh, that's right. We sold home games, didn't we? Wait, have we played? So it's this one, and then this one, so Optus here, Hands Oval. So is this the one we sold is it in Bunbury, wasn't it? Wasn't it in Bunbury? Hands over. I am going to have a quick look at that, and I'll do the team, and I'll get back to you. So Tom Powell and Luke McDonald out injured, but we have a lot of players back from injury. We've got Simpkins straight back into that mid. Logue's going to go up into a back pocket for McDonald. But Darling comes back into centre half forward. Simpkin back into the mid. Dill Stevens is back on the bench at the moment. We need a second ruck. Oh, no, yeah, that's right. And then Hanson Jr., I think, is going to come out of the team for Colin McKercher, who's also back. And then I think that will be the last of the changes. And I might put McKercher up. Hardeman can go sub again. Don't know why I did that. McKercher can go up onto the wing for Tucker. There we go. This is the team to face West Coast in Bunbury. Let's get it underway. There was actually, here we go, in Bunbury, there was actually also an update last night where they brought back a few things. So you've got the best on ground now, and it actually says 3 votes, 2 votes, 1 vote. They brought that back as West Coast come running out. They brought back the fantasy points for like in the stats, and they've also added in, just as we've finished our Indigenous round games, they've added in the 2025 Indigenous round jerseys and the Anzac jerseys, but we played the Anzac round a bit ago, but they've brought back in the Indigenous jerseys just as we finished. But here we are in Bunbury. In Bunbury, here we are. Together we are stronger. West Coast of Cold Heads. It is... They've won. It will land on heads. And they're going to kick. I feel like they're going to go to the left. Yeah, they're going to kick to the left of screen. Let's get this game started. Why do they have someone there? That was cheeky. Straight to Combin though. Out the middle they go. And Tim Kelly's gone down with a hamstring injury. That is also very helpful for us. He looks short for Zerha. Finds him. He looks towards the wing. Finds Darling. It's a good build up here. Put it over him. Sees Simpkin. Finds him again. This is, we're building here. He looks up. Oh, I thought Darling was going to come and cut it off. Ball spills to Zerha. Gets the handball to Darling. Handball over to McKercher, who finds Sheasel. And Sheasel kicks his first, and the first of the game. Good start here. That was a brilliant build-up play. And we take the lead. No. No. Back our way, but not for long. Great grab from Combin. Or is that wide? Archer Reed takes the mark just outside their 50. Goes deep. Core gets up for a big spoil, but they rove it. And I think it was, maybe it was Australian? No, who is that? Jackson Haitley. Oh yeah, they just picked him up in the mid-season draft. And he's making an instant impact. I'm not a fan of that. LDU lines up, gets tackled, ball spills, but now McGovern's gone down as well. That's gone. That was smart by LDU. As he was trying to get out of the space, the West Coast player just didn't see him. And he snuck in to intercept that one. And now he will line up for his first of the game. The win should bring it back. And it's a goal. Just gone over the line. Almost didn't put enough on it. But we kick another one. Come on, Combin. Good, Combin. Oh no, it went to Curtis instead. He outmarks Brock, who sees Parker. Sorry, no, he sees Parker, I meant. And now what's Parker going to do with it? He sees Larky leading at him and finds him perfectly. Larky can now line up for his first of the game. On the siren. Here we go. Hopefully this one comes back with the wind. I might have put it a bit too far across. And it's not coming back. Just misses. We go in up by 8 at quarter time. Good first quarter. Very nice first quarter. We went all over them though. I mean, inside 57-2. This is very good. Very good from us. We've only won one hit out and we're still all over them. Okay. Here we go, start second quarter. I still don't know why we're starting defensively, even though every game we're just punching it forward. I might accidentally have him tagging. I think that's... Probably check that. Oh, hang on. Because they're going forward. Get the spoil, Fisher. Good spoil, but it's going to fall to him. Great tackle from Fisher. Ball spills, but they do still get the goal from it. And now we'll check to see if I accidentally have someone tagging. I don't. They kick an early goal in the second quarter to bring it back to 2 points. Oh, it doesn't find who we wanted it to find, but it finds Paul Curtis. And that will work. He's a left footer. Come on, Curtis. About there should work. And it does. We're back out to an 8-point lead. Oh, it's going to go short to Luke Davies-Uniacke. And he will now line up for his second. Should be a goal. And it is. We're up to 14-point lead now. That's what I was thinking anyway. On the way in, it finds LDU, who will line up yet again for his third goal now. And he'll kick it. We're up by 22 now. In this update, they've actually done some little things. Like, it feels like they've fixed the leading, so it's easier to hit the lead, rather than it always dropping short. And a couple other things. Tackling feels a bit more fixed, and it makes the game feel not only a lot better, but a lot easier to play. So we might have to go up a difficulty. Great, another intercept mark for Comben. Pushing the back, and we'll get the ball back here. Finn O'Sullivan, he sees Tickle long. He's going to take the mark. Is someone open inside 50? Looks like someone might be. No, he's cooked by Eddie Ford. He struggled to make an impact to this point. It finds LDU instead. Looking for Ford. Finds LDU. No surprise. And he'll line up after the siren for his third of the game. And as expected, he kicks it. So we now kick out to a 28-point lead. We are all over West Coast. LTU's kick 4. What's the fantasy look like? He is, of course, leading. Here we go. Start of the second half. We're all over him at the moment. They have squandered some opportunities through a combination of ill-advised win the ruck, but again, I'm just hit straight to him. I'm sure the coach will be urging better method to their ball movement in the second half. They're going to go deep. They're going to go deep early again. And Liam Ryan, they're going to kick, assumably, another early goal, but they'll be wanting to hold this for the rest of the quarter, unlike they did last quarter where they kicked an early one and then gave up. We're going to win the ruck again and go backwards. Oh, that was silly, but it didn't have enough time to dispose of it properly. But they do kick another one, and it is back to 16 points. They're absolutely back in it here. Please be us. It's not us. They go forward again. Big spoil from Core. Someone tackle him, but no, they've kicked 3 in 5 minutes to start this quarter, and it's all the way back down to 10 points. Oh, lads. They're really hitting us now. Thankfully for Charlie Comben. But on the way out, they find Eddie Ford. Who's that leading at me? Oh, I've gone to the wrong one. And it's he's gone for the hanger. I didn't even see who it was, but he's put it down. And it's hurt them because we've then snuck out the back for a goal. A very much needed goal. Jack Darling against his old team. Charlie Comben, that's like his 11th mark today. And I think like most of them, I mean probably at least 9, have been intercepts. I see someone running in. Dill Stevens found himself a bit of space. Hately got back to him though. Parker finds Finn O'Sullivan, who gets the handball out to Paul Curtis, who dribbles it home. And that is another needed goal, so our lead gets extended back out to 22 now. We win the ruck and we get it out going our way. And here we go. Comben has the ball now. Someone's open. Is it Zerha? It is in the middle. Whoever was on him just ran off him and just let him get the space. He finds Hardeman. We got more numbers open out this side. Darcy Tucker now sees, who was it? I didn't even see who it was. It was Eddie Ford, and he finds him. And that is beautiful end-to-end footy there. And Eddie Ford will now line up for his first goal of the game. Oh no. Hit the post. That was perfect end-to-end footy. And that just really hurts that I've missed that, because that could have been a beautiful play. He does it. Zerha takes the mark. This is some great ball movement again. Where's Zerha going to go with it now? We've got another lead. It's Darling. Bang. Simkin gets a handball. Doesn't get it over the top though, but it spills. Hardiman gets the handball out. Parker gets the handball out. Stevens gets it over to Hardiman, who finds Paul Curtis. And he dribbles it home, and we're now up by 29. We're going to go out the middle again, hopefully. No, we're not. They're going to go out the middle. But it's Comben again. And they've got one just before the siren there, West Coast. They needed that. It does bring it back to 23, which means they're definitely not out of it. We saw them kick the first 3 very quickly in this quarter, so they're definitely not out of it. And there's a siren. We go into the 3/4 time break, up by 23. But I feel comfortable, but I definitely don't feel home. Last quarter starting, up by 23. We're comfortable, but we're not home. Big spoil from Comben there. I'm just going to get the kick long. Caleb Daniel, I think that's his first touch. I think it's gone middle for some reason. But it will work. Let's see what we're going to do with it. I got someone leading at me, but I've gone to the wrong person. But Zerha takes the mark anyway. He's had 13 touches today, Cameron Zerha. Been exceptional. And now we can line up for his first goal of the game. And he kicks it. We're up by 29 now. Oh, I tried to go a bit wider. Comben, no surprise, taking another mark.
Hutchinson, a model of consistency. Flynn, Edwards can run, and that's a great hand pass. Darling.
And wow, with brilliant handball play, we find ourselves out the back, and Dill Stevens runs in and kicks one. And we're running all over him now. Paul Curtis. Now we've got all the numbers forward deep. Looking for Darling. Out muscles, takes the mark. Darling's just going to chip it over the top for Jai Simpkin. Unselfish football there. And Jai Simpkin will line up for his first of the day. Should kick it. And it's a 41-point lead for North Melbourne. Another one from Charlie Comben. Big spoil. They do get a goal there, West Coast, so we won't, well, at the moment we won't double their score. Not much time, but they will go forward again to potentially kick another one, and you think they will, as Jake Waterman goes over the pack, takes the mark with his, it's going to be his first touch of the game. After the siren, or on the siren, kicks it, so we win by 5 goals. Oscar Allen was not playing, so he might not be too happy there, and he is one of the players that we will be looking for at the end of the season. Let's have a look. LDU 4 goals, Curtis 3, Simpkins, Sheasel, Steven Zerha and Darling all 1. What we all want to see though, the fantasy. Archer Reed led it, Comben 2nd, Zerha 3rd, Jackson Hately right up there, and a beautiful win from us. So there we go, a big 5-goal win in Bunbury is huge. See, they've brought this back in. Comben gets best on, Zerha 2, Archer Reed with the 1. Here's the top stats for you. LDU's kicked 4 and hasn't gotten 1. Bit stiff. That's awesome though. Bit of extra money in there. And that takes us off. So Jerry's out for 2 to 3. lucky 2-3. Not great that at all, actually. That's actually not great at all, but we'll get to the end here. Yep. Repeat. And now, give us a look at the ladder. We sit sixth. But GWS have played an extra game as well as Sydney. Sydney have, a nice amount of percentage on us, but we can come for them. We do have Freo at Optus this week, though, which I think is another home game for us. Yeah, because it's another one that we sold over to WA. So this will be another hard game, I assume. We are in some awesome form, though. So hopefully we can keep it up. But we've set ourselves up, put ourselves in a really good position to set ourselves up for the rest of the season, which we're now over halfway. This is the last round of buys, so after this we'll know where we truly stand. So hopefully we can knock off Freo, jump GWS, and then who knows, maybe jump these two, but it'd have to be a very big win to jump Sydney, and we'd have to hope Bulldogs lose to Saints. But hopefully all goes well for us in the next episode, and I'll see you then. So have a good one.